Well, you see, guys, you know that your services are great if you show up and you have two good reviews, one from Lord Rycast and one from a secret organization. Yep, I honestly don't quite understand it myself. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of MistCraft, in which I am playing on a Mistborn-themed Minecraft server. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm mostly using Create. So, I currently have the chocolate machine running. I'm currently trying to process all of my chocolate ocean into um the chocolate berries because, well, when I checked this out, it actually was starting to run a little bit low, and I can't have that. And I also did do a quick ocean check, and I'm actually wanting to expand out the island, and this area is going to be solid ground. So if it's solid ground, I can't have it be chocolate. So, I can kill two birds with one stone there. Because if you look at the map here, I have expanded this perimeter a little bit. So it now has a few more subsections, and I'm actually going to be expanding this out pretty much all the way to the end here, because if I zoom out here a little bit, I'm planning on making this at the very least like a square. So then, I don't have to deal with a lack of space, because right now, while I do have like little spaces like this to walk around in, it's starting to get pretty crammed on the island. And I actually have to keep most of these machines off, so I actually could theoretically have, once I have more stuff, I definitely could have these machines turn on and off independently, which would be definitely a big perk. And I remember in episode 1, as I mentioned, that these villagers in here, I'm going to start moving around. And I captured a zombie for the whole villager converting thing, which I am going to eventually be doing. Currently my most stressing thing, well, no, not most stressing thing. Well, the thing I'm wanting to do is expand out the island. And honestly, the best way for me to do that is actually to get some more cobblestone. And well, if we check out this thing in here, I currently actually have it running at a delay, quite a sizable one, a 2-second delay. And I know that it will function on a 1 second and a half-second delay, meaning that this is running at about, like a 1/4 speed. And it has already produced a ridiculous amount of stuff. I've actually collected quite a bit of the gold. And that's some of it. We got a little bit in here, and mostly lots and lots of nether quartz, which I actually am going to be working on trading into emeralds, because if I were to fly over here, we have a villager, and this villager is racking up his prices. This is why nobody likes villagers, among other things. I'm gonna see this? See this? He is ungrateful. But I'm actually gonna get him to a higher tier, so I can demonstrate something that, oh goodness, no. Dude, just, please, level up! Oh, come on! Well, I mean, I guess I've got terracotta now, but I was hoping for the quartz trade. So, there actually is something that I could do to this man. Oh, wait a minute, he's only an expert. I thought he was a master. Well, he offers that quartz trade, which I actually don't need, like, at all. Wow, I could spend 16 emeralds for this same stuff. Yeah, that guy's, he's going into a prison at some point. So either way, we have these nether quartz things, and actually, if we check it out, that has the stacking upgrades, because apparently storage drawers are actually much better for bulk item storage than item vaults, but item vaults can store a variety of items. Yeah, so either way, these storage drawer things, they're actually very helpful for the whole item storage shebang, because you can put a bunch of these upgrades on it, and each upgrade multiplies the storage. So as you can see, that is 768 stacks of 96, which is a lot of any of these items. And we currently have this storage drawer that was all the stuff that was contained in it when the vault was full. So as you can see, still a reasonable amount of items. It just is that this is a bit more. Yeah, just a little bit. Pretty much what I'm going to be doing with these villagers is that I actually want to have name tags, because name tags are a pretty useful thing to have. I'm actually going to be working on getting a librarian. We have a chamber for the villager, which they will willingly enter. It's just a matter of how long it takes. Now, I do know that with hex casting, I can teleport the villagers. However, unless they're being, like, restrained in some way, I actually cannot control where they end up without some serious, luck involved. Okay, wait. Good friend, come closer. Not you. I need a blank villager. Come on. Oh, come on. Yes, unemployed has decided to volunteer themselves for the villager exchange program, as well as his friend. Now, this is it's only moderately voluntary, and that you choose to enter, but you can't choose to leave. Hopefully you understand this term of agreement here. Would you mind walking this way? Thank you. You see, guys, the villagers are completely willing participants. And that's also the easiest part to get them most of the way there. You mind? Yes. No. Come this way. Come this way, buddy. Why is he staring me down? It's kind of unsettling. Yeah, man. If you're walking towards me... Yes. Okay, his toes are poking out the end here, but I actually worked with that in the past. Because, you see, Mason also decided to rebel. However, his toes are no match to the power of machinery. So the way that this works is that I put down the lectern here. And then I push it. Now, the thing that I actually push it with is a mechanical piston, because I don't have an actual piston. But this actually is a vanilla tip as well. Yeah, I'm just going to put the thing on the back here. And just push it forward a little bit. And now Mason should be in place. Yes. Actually, no, this isn't Mason. This is his friend. Because you wanted to be with Mason. Honestly, I do not care what trades you have. I mostly want the bookshelves. But it's actually going to be quite nice to, you know, have shelves to get other librarians in the future. Because these guys are the way which I'm planning on getting experience. So I'm just going to do this. Endless quiver makes all arrows infinite. You know, I'm starting to like this guy. I'm starting to really like this guy. You know what they say, the best help is hard to find. And that is why he refused to enter into my not suspicious area for the remainder of his lifetime. Because that is phenomenal. Now, of course, I do have to, you know, get him leveled up. So, you know, I am going to have to pay exorbitant prices. So, yeah, the hope is that once I... Oh, wait, actually, I could use those compasses. Apparently. Yeah, so I'm wanting to have this guy give me some of these name tags. And, oh! What is this? What is this? Where do we get these tomes? My goodness. I thought that librarians were underpowered because of this mod pack. Not the opposite. Wow. I should have started villager trading a long time ago. So I'm going to get a few more villagers inside of that area. And then I'll be right back with you guys. And guys, before you go complaining that my villager setup is complete and utter trash, don't worry. This is Rycast's villager setup. It's not much better. It seems like they kind of did the same exact thing. They just kind of plopped the villagers in there. And, you know, this also exists. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. What is this? What is this? Okay, so oh, okay. So these guys are brass compounded, which means that they have no AI. I hope for freedom. Rights for Rycast. Peacefully protest. Oh, we got sign distribution. Oh, obviously. Okay, so I guess the revolution has taken a step by organizing a protest. This is so ridiculous. And we've also got this skeleton up here. Reject Rycast. Oh, this one's a radical. We gotta keep an eye on them. They might start doing some stuff. Well, I guess that's a thing that exists. I mean, I guess if it's just a peaceful protest, the only hindrance here is the sound. Okay, guys, you guys may not know what happened. Well, oh my goodness, this is so cool. So, this is my gold farm, and I actually took it apart. Like I have all the stuff between here and here, in which I was just gonna go, okay, you know what? Let's make this thing operate at like 20 times power, because I was gonna do some serious stuff, and just somebody went and just built it for me, that is so epic. And the thing is, I had not even considered this in the slightest. Like, let's just take this thing here. So we have the chest, and then it stacks it up to 64. And then it runs through the crushing wheels, which you can put flat, which I completely forgot about. But because it's in a full stack, instead of in tiny amounts, it's being tapered out. And there isn't the delay in time between each different individual stack. So it's just, this is epic. This is epic. Whoever did this, my goodness, like, whoever did this deserves like some sort of humanitarian award. But I guess in unrelated cases, my goodness, wow, yeah, I got a few extra villagers in here. Let's see, is there a villager in here at the moment? There was a villager in here. Yeah, I actually remember what happened to him. He had the wrong traits. So I turned his mind into a piece of these budding amethyst clusters, and left him to his fate. So either way, I was able to get a handful of villagers. Actually, I was able to turn this guy mysteriously into a villager that trades nether quartz into emeralds. Ignore the number of these things that there are. Actually had that trade. So I've only got 2 of these guys. So it's actually one of the things that I was going to be fixing up with the gold farm, is that, well, it's a little bit frame ratey, is that I was actually going to, you know, take some of these things and, like, trade them away into the emerald things because of how incredibly epic they are. The thing is, the person who moved it over, they even moved all the quartz from here into here. My goodness. The thing is, I was even going to try to do some, like, angsty lore stuff, because I was like, oh, I'm going to do lore stuff. I can't do that now. This is far too wholesome. Either way, but yeah, we have a consistent emerald system, which I can convert these emeralds, sorry, these quartz into emeralds. And now look, we have some of these things. What am I going to do with the rest of the episode? I was going to spend the rest of this thing up. Stuff in Minecraft doesn't just spontaneously happen. Did the Enderman decide to help me out? So we have some pretty easily accessible amethyst down here. I'll be using these charged amethyst stuff to create artifacts. So in the book here, for hex casting, there are these patterns for crafting casting items, and this is the pattern to draw an artifact. It is quite big. And what it does is that you take a stack of charged amethyst on the ground, and you take a an artifact item, and then you kind of combine them together. And because it is best charged up to a ridiculous level, I have a few of these charged amethyst things, and I'm going to be using a stack of it to create the artifact. Now, I am aware that there also are some ways to make it so that if you like shift right click, it will do something different. However, I do not know hex casting that well, and I probably will be figuring that out at some point in the future when I create, an entire video on the subject. Or I probably could just figure it out between episodes, because I'm pretty sure we've got enough content here for an episode. I got a few villagers captured in here. Got hit by that thing. So we have a few villagers in here. We have a few just budding amethyst appearing out of nowhere for some reason. We had a very, such a helpful thing happen. This is the type of thing that is just so epic. And the thing is, you guys saw how complicated it was earlier. It's this simple. It's this simple. My gold farm has been epicified. Yeah, whoever did this thing, MVP. MVP. I mean, probably at some point I'm going to be taking all of this quartz and, doing something with it. I don't know. I'll probably, toss it through some, what's it called? What is it called? Toss it through with some crafting stuff into, granite. Because granite is crafted from quartz and then some cobblestone. And then this granite can in turn be crushed into red sand, which, as we've established, can be washed into stuff. So in reality, it's actually haunting is the much better process. It's just that you need a little bit of extra cobblestone in order to do the thing. However, on that note, I'm going to just end the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a very good day. And, I guess the one thing I can do. Bendaloy.